I'm a little bit in the dark. Ooh, mysterious looking. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Whoa, let's get on Instagram. Got a few things I have to do today. Yeah, baby. Oops. So I'm hoping everybody's doing very well today as we are heading into the weekend. I honestly think filters are great. I do. As you get older, a little filter kind of goes a long way, baby. So give me the filters. Feels like the Jetsons. There's I remember this one Jetson cartoon, and she has to talk. She forgot she had to talk to her girlfriend. She just woke up in the morning, and she just looked like shit. And she put up this mask and of her perfect face of what it looks like when she has all her makeup on and stuff. And and then she, made the phone call and everything. Then she took it on. I love that Jetson one. So filters. I don't know. I kind of like the filters. Make me look like I actually put my makeup on right because sometimes I don't put my makeup on right. Uh, maybe I need to do some makeup tutorials, which would be great because they have specific makeup tutorials for people who are old. One's for me. And my hair is growing so fast. And my gray hair is really peeking out, man. Holy shit. So my gray hair is salt and pepper. I don't go white, I go salt and pepper. So that's my and then I was thinking, hey, just bear with me here. You get these videos of hey men with salt and pepper hair and they're supposed to be all this sexy. What about women with salt and pepper hair? Aren't we sexy? Give us that sexy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The other thing I noticed is that I need a new wardrobe. I was going looking at some of my videos from a few years, a long ways back, right? I'm wearing the same shirt from 7 years ago. And I didn't even think anything of it. I'm still wearing the same shirt. It's the same Oh boy. Life has changed. Life has changed, man. I There was a time when my wardrobe was so full. And I mean full because I used to work in at okay, maybe I'll date myself. Some of you will know these companies, some of you may not have ever heard of them. But I worked for a company called Delmies. I was the manager of the Delmies kids and assistant manager of a Delmy store, a trio store that had the plus 15, the Delmy store and the Delmies kids. It was in South Central Mall. And then I was a manager of Fairweathers and BHO. I think it was a BOH, BO. Anyways, it was an offshoot of Fairweathers. And my wardrobe used to be full. I also worked for a place called Alexandria, and Alexandria was a high-end fashion place. And we were supposed to get like we get 75% off an outfit, which when you looked at the actual price wasn't a hell of a lot. But anyways, but because we were supposed to wear the clothes that we're selling, right? So I had a few high-end clothes and stuff like that. And then I had a friend who worked at the Bay. You know, we all had those friends that work at certain stores that would help a girl out, um, and give me a discount and stuff on clothing and that. Back in the day, that's like oh, that was a long time ago. But anyways, my wardrobe I digress. My wardrobe used to be quite diverse, and I used to love fashion. Like I used to really love fashion. Somewhere along the way, the fashion went out the doorway, but I feel it coming back. I really do. I really feel this fashion itch coming back. Where I want more clothes. I want to have more versatility in my wardrobe, and that's where I'm at, people. That's where I'm at. Versatility within my wardrobe. That's where I'm at. So what's happening today? It is a I just kind of giggle because of I don't know what was that thing with the Epstein, these influence coming out with these binders and doing a little dance. What the fuck is that? Like it didn't like what is this? And it was supposed to be the Epstein file part one. I think the swamp of the swamps of the swamps all have swamps. You know, there's swamps in with it all. They all have their deepness and their swamps. That's for damn sure. And that's why I'm telling you, it's a freaking movie. We have Mercury that is going in shadow today, and it will be going retrograde. So we have that's happening. Venus is going retrograde tomorrow, and so much is going to be revealed as she's going retrograde for 40 days and 40 nights. She is going into the underworld. She's going to meet up with her sister. Sister doesn't like her too much, so they go through a lot. She goes through a lot and gets stripped right down to the bone, literally. So the mythology says. So we have a stripping down, a revealing that's happening as Mars is going to be perking up and moving like a motorboat through Cancer, and so that's going to dig up a lot of stuff. It's like you're and I keep on I keep on getting the Amazon the Amazon River, and I keep seeing the Amazon River. And the thing is with the Amazon River, it's like, you can go floating along and then you start going faster and the water looks dirty. I don't know if it actually is dirty. I've never been there, but it's just like all of a sudden you go faster and then all of this water gets sprayed up. But you got to be aware of the water that's being sprayed up because it has bacteria and stuff that's in there, and you don't want to get that on you. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's going to get sprayed out, a lot of things sprayed around, and you don't want to be in you don't want to be and get that spray on you. So it's like pee off to the shore, move away, and just find your peace. Find your peace. My peace is always where I find myself in meditation sometimes, where I go along this go through this pathway, and it's kind of like foresty jungle like, but I end up in this beautiful spot by the water, and it's like a little lagoon type, and you could see in the distance the big ocean and stuff, but this is just sort of a solitude of a space, and stepping into that solitude of a space, that's where we need to find that solitude, we need to find that space, and it's so important for us to do that, especially as we are entering into a Venus retrograde. It is harsh, having a Mars retrograde, and then 5 days later or so, we have a Venus retrograde. So Mars goes direct to Venus, and in those years are years of great craziness and transformation in our world. I mean, this is something that this time, as everything is happening, is really bringing in the biggest transformations that we have ever lived in, right? This is the biggest transformations in the world. We're all going through it in many different degrees. And we have to really step into this to find our flow, to find our ebb and our flow, right? But we can't push it. If we're pushing it, if we're thinking it, if we're feeling, this is what I need to be doing. I need to have this job, or I need to get this next promotion, or I deserve to have that raise, whatever it is, right? Or that person is mine. I'm just like, hey, okay. And that person is getting married, and you believe that person's your soulmate, and they don't, I mean, that's psychotic for one, but that's the type of energy that people will step into and get very obsessive over, and get obsessive that that is my person and I have to have them, or that's my job and I have to have it, and why did they get promoted, and blah blah. This is where the divine will comes in. This is where the divine is very strong in saying, hey, chill out, take a step back. I got something greater for you. I got something better for you. But if you want to chew on that old bone, if you want to stay in that same scenario, you're going to find yourself really in a deep, dark hole. And it's so important for you to be on that sidelines, move away from the spray, move away from any of the bullshit that's happening. Trump isn't the be all end all. He isn't the savior, for God's sake. No. He might be doing some good things, but he has an agenda there as well. There is an agenda. It's like you have to choose the less of two evils. In Ontario, Ford just got in because there is nobody else that really was against him. So that's why I talked to a few people from Ontario, one my sister, and she goes, "Who else is there to vote for? There's nobody can." you know so it's that lesser of two evils that you have to choose, yet still, when still coming to that alignment of saying, you know what, my hands, this is not my path. This is not the will. I know there is a greater will. I know I have to stand in my spirit. I know, I need to step into my own spirituality or my own oneness. There's an app too that's out there too, and it's I saw a few things on X about it, and it's the blue one, the blue app, and it has to do with the Democrats and stuff. They're all over there, but there's astrologers on there and spiritualists that are on there. Some of them are from Hay House. I'm not gonna say anything on here, but they're asking for the death of other people. Like, what the hell? Like, this is the craziness that's happening, right? If you're really like, I don't want to death on anybody. It's so important. If you are having issues with something, send them love and light, send them peace, send them joy, send them all of that and more. But that's where the dismantlement is going on. That's where the dismantlement is happening within our world. The dismantlement is there. If you are wishing ill upon someone else, like, check yourself out, because that app with the Democrat, the blue app with the butterfly or some kind of crazy shit. It's fucked. It's fucked. I retweeted we retweet tweet from Leo King, and I remember because I was, seeing sort of similar, but I didn't understand exactly what I was seeing, but he can put it into better words than I can. Where we're in this alignment where a party is dismantled in the United States, and we're seeing the dismantlement of a party. We're seeing changes within a party, right? And it was going to be happening after 2024, which is after whoever, with the election. So we're seeing a party being dismantled, which is the Democratic Party in the United States. The other thing is that there's things that are going on in the states that people don't understand either. We have Newsom is trying to put into an agenda that he wants to um, cut away from the United States. Now, that was part of a deal that an act that he was making with Oregon and Washington State a few years ago, just before the pandemic. So there's that, and to succeed from the United States. Now, to succeed from the United States, since California signed within the declaration that they were going to be a part of the republic, to succeed from is not like Texas. Texas has a um whole different act with the United States and coming into the United States, and governs in a different way than what all the other states govern in the states. There's also where we're coming in, and I with the natal chart of Canada, it shows that there's something that wasn't fully formed. Like, it was like a dysfunction of the formation of the of Canada when Canada was formed. And that has to do with how it was written, the act, everything was written, and how our connection is with Britain, right? And what is coming out of everything from that connection with Britain. Now, I've seen a couple of videos on TikTok and stuff. I don't understand the whole thing, but with Canada being in probate right now. But I do see it because I kept on wondering and looking at the astrology how because there's a disconnect between the First Nation Act, the treaties and stuff, and the federal government. And then I kept on feeling like there's something like something missing here, something wrong. And it's they're not they're, the land's not wasn't actually sort of given. If it was given to them, then they could get a mortgage, they could do whatever they want on the land basically. But in some they can't really do whatever they want on the land because it's still federal land. And who owns the federal land? Who owns that? It's crown land. And who is the crown? King Charles. Who owned it before that? The Queen. And in owning something, can she just give it away? There's so many things that are in there. That's crazy. So we are seeing so much dismantlement that's going to be happening and within our world, within our countries, and how things are going to be changing very dramatically. And I've said for years, borders change. Borders change. What you think is your border, what you think is your nation can change. Um, Myanmar is a country in Asia. It's right by Thailand and Vietnam. And this the name changed, and I'm trying to think of what it was before because it took me a long time to say the word Myanmar. But it changed its name in 2022 when the coup came in. Many countries. Does anybody know where Yugoslavia is? Right. So countries change. Burma. Thank you, Cynthia. Burma. So it was Burma. Burma no longer exists. Right. It's Myanmar now, and it is within the things change, and the people in Myanmar right now are going, like, they're going through some hell. It is I mean, I've watched a lot of YouTubers that have gone there to go visit, to go see. The people there are absolutely beautiful. The beaches are stunning, um, and they do have hotels and everything like that there. They get a lot of us Australians going there because it's cheap, and but that's the thing, is like it changes. We're hanging on to a world that no longer exists. And as we are going into a Venus retrograde, as we are going into Neptune going into Aries, this is dramatic change. The last time a large outer planet moved was in 2010, and that was with Fukushima and the earthquake in Fukushima. And the disruption, and that was with Uranus. Uranus is electrical, right? It's uranium. Now we got Neptunian. So we have things that are going to be changing, and so we have this god of fire or god of water going in with the god of fire. So there's a lot to do with fire and water, things connecting. The disruptions of things that are going to be totally dismantled within our world, and what that is going to look like. We don't know. That's why it's so important to trust, know that there's a higher power, know that there's something more powerful than that is the so-called rulers of the world right now. There's a higher power more stronger than they are, that is at the hands. It is a holy war. It is a war right now that is having to go at people's spirits, at their soul. It is where we are coming into that death of the ego and saying, you know what? Our ego is saying this is what we believe it should be, but the change is happening. And as the change happens, it's bringing in the disruption, bringing in people feeling displaced and angry and upset. And it's in that anger and upset, it's like, okay, we got to find a place of peace. We got to find a place where we can bring in the light and not wish death upon others, right? And not wish that, oh, that person, I don't like them because that astrologer is an asshole. Whatever. You know, this is where we're at. And it is a spiritual war. It is a spiritual war that we will have within our own selves and how we can move forward. It is spiritual war in the outside on how people think and how people act towards one another. This is where when you have to stand within your light and know that this is the greatest show on earth that is happening at this time. And the people you think, it's just like, trust. The one person that you can trust is God. The one person you can trust is that divineness, and allowing that divineness to guide you in all that you say and all that you be and all you do is so important. And if something does not work out for you, let it go. Let it go. Right? This is where it's like something else will come out for you. And I've seen it so many times in my own life where, just let it go. I'm not going to press things out right now. Yeah. Officially, today's my last day of my contract. It's done. I'm done. I'm very happy. I'm done. I'm very grateful. And but I know I have to just surrender everything and just to move in a new direction, and what that is. My mission, and I feel like I keep on asking what my mission is. My mission, I have to allow for that guidance to come in to show me what the mission is and where it is and where I'm being guided, and really watch where my ego gets attached and where that ego gets detached. Leonie Dawson, who I followed for years, and I love her. She's she's crazy. She's crazy. I just love her. But she was meant she I was listening to one of her lives, and she was talking about how, when she would see other people do things, and then she'd go like, "Ooh," and feel very jealous, very upset. You get that feeling inside you, and you're just like, "Oh, well, why are they getting all this and why are they getting all that?" And it happens. We all, feel it. But she goes, when it comes in, this is where I send them, I hope all the best for them, and really hope the best for them. I sending out those blessings out to them and saying, "Hey, I hope your business grows and blossoms, and you do what you need to do, and you need to learn from wherever you are." And that's what we need to do right now. And the more we do it, and the more blessings we send out, and it's not right now. You're seeing a division. You're seeing people trying to divide people. Like, oh, you like Trump. So what? Like him. I don't give a fuck. Oh, you like this one. Good. Like them. I don't give a fuck. It's like people getting upset. Oh, you like Trudeau. Well, if you like Trudeau, cool. Then you like Trudeau. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, this is you stepping into your spirit. This is you stepping into this divineness. They don't define you. The only thing that defines you is God and your connection to God. That is the only thing. And the rest is just a show. And that's the way you have to look at it. Big, exciting things ahead. Definitely. It's going through the waters. It's the turbulence of the waters yeah, we are all going through the turbulence. We're all going through the craziness, and we're all going to have good days and bad days, and we're all going to have days that we feel frustrated and overwhelmed, and we're going to have days that are feeling of joy and peace. And gather that peace, gather that joy. And that's going to be so important. As I said, this is a year of stillness. This is a year of grounding. This is a year of connection. And going through that connection is so important. All right. So on that note, the 21-day journey starts on March 2nd. If you would wish to join me, it's $88. Let me know. And It'll be done by video and audio. So I'll be sending out, you'll be getting an audio each day of what it's what the prayer, the meditation, and reflection of that day. So you're going to get 21 of them, and you can listen to them each day. And then on Sunday, we will gather on Sunday and meet on Sunday, um, and see where everybody's at, and everybody will get a link on Sunday. If you can make it, fine. If you can't make that, that's fine too. I am looking at starting next week. I'm probably I'll call the office on Monday to find out a good day to go do the Labyrinth Walk at the United Church downtown and do the Labyrinth Walk. And then I want to do the Labyrinth Walk on the 20th. I think the 20th is what's the 20th? Boom. The 20th is a Thursday, yeah. So they should be open on the 20th. So I want to do the Labyrinth Walk on the 20th, which is the spring equinox as well. So living in Calgary, that's the day it's probably going to bloody well snow. Okay, let's pull a card. The Seven of Swords. Look at Seven of Wands. Yeah, we go through a lot, but we have to take the higher ground to do the things that we need to defend. Like we have to take that higher ground, right? If you're not taking the higher ground, you'll find it, difficult. But there is always some form of defending that of your passion and your love, and by doing that, is standing firm in what you are doing. And yeah, here comes the Queen of I don't give a shit. She knows what she knows. She has her knowledge. She trusts in the knowledge that she receives from the divine. The sword is up. She's, and her hand is out. Here I am. I'm receiving the information, and I want to share it with you. I want to give it with you. Whether you take it or not, that's up to you. That's why she's the Queen of I don't give a fuck. She knows transformation and change is coming. It's going to come quickly. The trees are moving fast, but she is staying steadfast in what she's doing. She's looking straight. This is what I need to do. She knows the information is the truth that she does receive, but there is a defending of it, a defending of that passion. The passion, the fire, and the swords go together. It is with the air and the fire. You need the air to move the fire. You need the air to move and to create more of that passion within yourselves. So don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of your passion. Don't be afraid of when the wind blows. Embrace it. Embrace it. There you guys go. Thank you so much. Everybody should have gotten their moon readings yesterday. And sending you out so much love. And may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you. And all you say and all you be and all you do. Thank you for being a part of my community. And blessed be everybody. Bye-bye.